Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to move a bit more intervallically, a bit more melodically across the fretboard in a modal sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just look at this as being in the key of G major, which is also the key of E natural minor, or E minor, E Aeolian. And what I want you to think about when you're playing is in this section is just really not like licks and things as much as it is more of a horizontal movement idea. So when you're soloing, you might use a couple of different strings or whatever. But you see, you're trying to play on a more melodic sense, not exactly like a piano, but something similar to that. Instead of just going, doing all that kind of thing, which is great too, but it's trying to think about moving more with one or two strings. See? So if I was playing over a chord progression, like let's say E, I was playing over that chord. Remember, we've talked about this ninth before. So if I was looking at this as the key of E minor, for instance, this note right here would be the F sharp here would be my ninth, which is a nice color note. Instead of just always going to the E over E or G over G. So the big thing is getting used to being able to do some of this kind of movement. Just sort of watch what I do and try and pick up some ideas from this. So let's say I was going to play on the top two strings. So I'm going... You see, it leaves everything open and airy as you play. Now, if you can combine that with other movements, you can start combining all those elements together and it starts sounding a little more unique and a little less predictable. So really, again, when we think about intervallic movement, I always think of intervallic movement as being like when you jump over things. So instead of just going, you're trying to think about okay, and then you could, play some sort of pattern in there. And the goal to this movement is you're either thinking about it or you're not. If you're not thinking about it, you're just kind of moving wherever. You're trying to let your ear do the work of figuring out what you should do. So if you land on a note and you go, I should go up, or I should go down. And the other thing you can do, of course, is you can chord chase. So if it goes to a G, you would want to visualize a G somewhere on your fretboard and then be able to land on something relative to that. And then, of course, the third thing is that you would know all the notes on your fretboard, and if a G came up, you could think, okay, I want to go to a G or a B or a D or a C to create a sus4 or something like that. What you have to do is decide where in there that you are or how many of those different variations of things that you can actually do.